Been discussing the city's ongoing multi-billion-dollar budget deficit and what that means for several months now at this point, and if taxes need to be raised to, pay teachers and keep giving people housing vouchers so they can afford to live in the city. But amidst this conversation, we got testimony from the city comptroller today, and he really did issue a stark warning.
Outside the single sector of healthcare, specifically home health aides, New York City's private sector employment actually declined over the past year by 38,000 jobs. And looking ahead, the uncertainties are growing.
City Comptroller Mark Levine laid out the challenge ahead for New Yorkers during testimony in front of the City Council. He estimates the city budget deficit is around $7 billion, due mainly to the rising cost of education and housing assistance. The estimate is worse than the $5 billion number Mayor Zohran Mamdani came up with. Mamdani has repeatedly said he'll be forced to raise property taxes, hurting working-class New Yorkers if state lawmakers don't raise taxes on millionaires and corporations. State senators and assembly members in what's known as their, quote, one House bill agree and do want to raise those taxes. Are you willing to support either or both the millionaires tax or a corporate tax hike?
On the property tax, I've been pretty clear. I don't think we should do that. The taxes that Albany is considering in the one House bills, look, everything has to be on the table, but I also want to be cautious.
Taxing the rich has become increasingly popular, with just last week a Siena poll showing 54% of New Yorkers supporting it, mostly driven by residents of New York City. But Governor Kathy Hochul continues to say, even today during a budget forum, higher taxes are not the answer.
I have to look at the fact that we are in competition with other states who have less of a tax burden. We have to be smart about this, but we can fund what we want to fund with what we already are taking in.
Although the nonpartisan New York City Independent Budget Office pushed back against that notion in testimony.
New York City already had a lot of millionaires, and they're still here. And the ones that have left were replaced by new wealthy households. In general, it's important to keep the perspective that there are many reasons why people want to live in New York City besides just how we structure our tax rates.
And late this afternoon, Moody's, the bond rating agency, lowered New York City's government outlook for its economic forecast from stable to negative. So it gets kind of wonky when you're talking about bond ratings, but the bottom line is this: just another warning sign that the city economy may be facing some trouble as we talk about raising taxes at the same time. Live in the newsroom, Henry Rossoff, Pix 11 News.
We'll be talking